Hey, what's going on, guys? It's been a little while, but I'm finally here with another unboxing. There'll be a few more figures, and then I'll probably be done because I'm not gonna have any more space, and it's just getting really expensive for me. So I do this just because I don't know. Some of you guys actually seem to like it when I do unboxings. So this is another Genshin figure. This one is for Lumine. And if you're wondering why these are so long, like probably the last one that I did was months ago because a lot of these are on pre-order. In fact, almost all of them are on pre-order. So it takes a while to get, first of all, for it to release, and then it takes a while for it to get to here because they're all coming from Japan. Most of them are, anyways. So enough of me blabbering. And I don't do the best camera shots because I can't tell what I did a test run. And I thought this was gonna be pretty good, but I did poorly here. So you're gonna be able to see the figure. So the box is actually well presented. Unfortunately, you can't really see it that well because I am really dumb and forgot to lower it even further. Because when I did my test run, it looked pretty good when I went back and forth. But it is what it is. What can you do when it comes to that? Anyways, I got a new knife from Christmas, so I kind of slipped up for the first thing. Because I've only used it one other time, so I had to get used to the weight of the blade. But now that I'm more used to it, now we can open it. And this knife is really easy, much easier than the other one that I was using. If you look at my other videos, I was a lot smaller. This one's very big and can cut through tape very easily. Like it's literally like it's like activating like a cheat code for me, because I'm so used to something so like a much smaller knife on like a Swiss Army knife kind of a deal thing, and this one is like a real knife, so it's like it feels so much better than using the Swiss Army one or whatever you want to call it. So just getting rid of all the tape, and what's great is that she's already basically built, and the instruction is for putting her sword on. So all you're really doing is just opening it, and then I'm gonna be honest, it actually took me some time to put the sword on. I actually had to pause the video because I was struggling putting the sword on, because you have to take the sword apart and then you got to put the hilt on her hand, and it's a very tight squeeze. But then after you pass that, it's easy because you squeeze the sword back on, the blade back on the hilt, and you're good. But man, did I do a really bad job for this. I thought this was all in frame. I really apologize, but I can't take it back now because I already unboxed it. So wow, did I do a bad job? But I do a lot of close-ups at the end. So as you can see, there's a lot of packaging, so they really make sure to package it well. But I'm doing a really bad job, so I really apologize for that. But like I said, I can't tell. You like your feet? You like the base? But I promise. Oh, I'm gonna do a good job here too. So there you go, and you're gonna get a closer shot at the end. It's not clickbait. I'm not clickbaiting you. I do a lot of close-ups at the very end. I made sure to do that at least. Although I really need to practice my steady hands. I don't really do these kind of videos, as you may have noticed. I only have a few of these, and I'm not used to using a phone camera at all. I have a stand for it, but I'm just not used to using. I'm used to doing videos like this, where I'm in front of a webcam and I have a microphone and things like that. That's what I'm used to. But she's very colorful. I love the base. It's vibrating. It's vibrant. All you have to do is look at the figure and you know that what the character is about. Very upbeat, very colorful, kind of a thing. So, and we're going to skip ahead because this is where I struggle with the sword part. All right, and now we have the sword on, and it looks pretty good to me. As you can see, it's kind of shaky camera angle because I'm basically hunched over my bed to do this shot. I probably should have went somewhere else to do this instead. But you know, when you're seeing this for the first time, you're like, I want to capture the very moment it gets unboxed and up close. So as you can see, you have to take the sword and the hilt off, and then you gotta put them back together on her hand. So I'm getting good. I mean, this is not perfect panning or anything, but I'm getting better. This is like my. And then look at that. That's terrible. I apologize for that. But yeah, this is a very good figure. I can't find any flaws or faults at all with this one. Usually it's like, oh, maybe there's this or that. I don't find anything wrong with this at all. Everything was actually, whoever was doing the quality check was definitely doing what they should be doing, and every figure should come out just like this. Your figure, if you ever get her, your figure should look exactly like the one that I have right there. Mine's not any more special than the one that you would get yourself. So there's that. Alright, and here is where you can potentially get her if she's still available. Let's see. It says you can still add to cart, so you could order her now. She is released. So that means that they made a lot more than what they are pre-ordered, or some people canceled their pre-orders. Could mean a lot of things, but brand is Kotobukiya, and the sculptor is, I'm not going to try to pronounce that in this video, and as you saw there, it's a scale 1/7. It's not that tall. It's from what I'm looking over, because I put her on my shelf, she's as tall or slightly lower than Mona, the Mona figure. If you have that, you can compare that. Slightly, you know, it's very almost the same. And there's not much else to really say about this one. I mean, you saw it. It's good. But yeah, 1 out of 7, or 1/7, whatever you want to call it, and 255 height in terms of millimeters. And this is where you can go to get it. I would always go to Amy compared to anyone else. I mean, there's probably other places you can go to, but I always go to Amy or AMI for my figure purchases. That's where I always go. And there'll be a few more on this channel that I'll be unboxing and reviewing. So I feel like in terms of the half of the main characters, I only got Lumine because I could only afford to get one or the other. It's like the Pokemon Fossil situation. I could only get one or the other, so I chose Lumine because that's the one I chose in my actual Genshin account. So I'm sure Aether is just as good. I think that in terms of being the main characters, they definitely did more of. I would say they upped the ante. You want to call it, like, they pumped up the volume a little bit in terms of quality, in terms of, you know, this is the main character, at least half of the main characters of this game. So we need to make them flawless, and this is a flawless figure. I mean, you can't find any flaws. The base is nice. Usually figure bases, unless they're extremely expensive, because only $107, you might say. If for someone who doesn't collect figures or only has a few, or, you know, you may have gotten them from like an expo or something, you might say $107, that's extremely expensive. But actuality, that's on the cheaper end. And with how much of a cheap price she is, her quality is really high. Like, with all the figures that I have, I think for that price, I think she's the highest quality figure on the market, easily, that I know of. I don't know of every single figure on the market. I'm just saying the ones that I look at. I think this one is very good, so I'm going to go ahead and give her a 9 out of 10. Easy to assemble, because there is no assembly other than putting the sword on. Beautiful base. I in terms of score, I always look at the base, because if the base is boring, then I'm not even going to talk about it. As you can see there, it's actually quite nice. And just the colors are really nice. They made it. They basically reimagined, or, you know, took her from the game and made her a physical manifestation of herself. It was amazing. So really amazing job. Alright, that's going to be it for the review. Thank you guys very much for watching. Appreciate you. Let me know if you're going to get her or not, and I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be in a few months. Nah, it won't be that long. There is 2 more coming that are being shipped to me, so it won't be that long. It'll be a bit, but it won't be months. It won't be months. I'll see you next time. Peace.